Okay, so have you ever craved an Indian warm flatbread with your curry dish? Today I'm going to show you how to spark up your dinner dish by accompanying it with a chapati. Okay, so first I'll show you what materials you need to mix the ingredients together and how to form dough balls, and then how to roll them out, and then how to put it on the skillet. Okay, to begin, let's get started with the ingredients of the chapati. So the chapati includes warm water, salt, flour, and oil. And you could find any of these ingredients in your local market. You will then, depending on your health preference, you could choose wheat flour or white flour. And then also sugar. Also sugar, if you want to like sweeten it up, the chapati, you can add that as well. Okay, so according to the Immaculate Bites 2017 article, East African Chapati, a serving size of 4 to 6 chapatis include the following: 3 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of salt, 1 1/4 of warm water, and 3 tablespoons of oil. So now that we have all the ingredients, it's time to mix them together and form the dough balls. So first, you start by grabbing either like a big bowl or a pot and put the ingredients together. So first you add the flour, then kind of make a little well so you can add the salt, oil, sugar, and warm water. So then afterwards you have it, and then you start kneading it, so basically mixing it together and trying to form these dough balls so they can be soft and sticky. Then once you form it, when you're kneading it for about 8 to 14 minutes. And then once you're done with the dough, it should be kind of like a soft and smooth dough. And then you rip it out and form 6 to 8 pieces according to your preference. Okay, so now let's move on to the final step, which is also the most critical. Now that you have the dough, you want to roll it out. So you get a rolling pin. And then if you're working like on a kitchen countertop table, you want to put flour so then when you're rolling the dough, you don't want it to rip or get stuck on the table. And then once you're rolling it, you want to form the chapati. Thickness is also depending on preference, either a thinner one or a thicker one. And then now when you're going on to cook it on the skillet, you want to make sure to add oil on the skillet first, because you have your rolled dough balls. And you're cooking it on the skillet for about 2 to 3 minutes, and start adding oil on the edges of the chapati until they're about golden brown. And then once you cook the chapati, you're all done. You serve warm and you dig in. So in conclusion, I went over the basic ingredients of the chapati, how to mix the ingredients and form the dough balls, how to finish up the dough balls by rolling them out and cooking them on the skillet. So the chapati is a staple piece to many dishes. It's spread throughout the subcontinent and is delivered as a flatbread. So trust me, once you're introduced to the chapati, there is no going back.